Podenki Geska. Welcome to the.
That's still not it.
Odenki Geska. Geska?
No.
Ogenki Deska.
Yes.
Ogenki Deska. Welcome to the Dropcast. I'm your host. No.
Do you even know what that means?
No. What does it even mean?
It means, how are you?
Oh.
Well, technically, I guess it means, do you have energy?
Ogenki Deska. Welcome to the Dropcast. I'm your host, Carl Schumann, and I'm joined by Matthew Kershaw.
Konnichiwa. Watashi no namae wa Matai desu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Oui.
Voulez-vous en français?
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
Ce soir.
I know all the best lyrics.
Yep.
So, what have you been doing?
What have I been doing?
Anything.
I've been trying to play Halo. Apparently it's fixed, but I'm still having problems with it.
I don't believe you. When you tell me it's fixed, I can't believe what you say.
I saw today there was a patch, and apparently it now takes less than 2 minutes to find a multiplayer game.
Oh, good, because this isn't 2014 or anything, where,
Nope.
you know, Xbox Live's a service I pay for so I can get multiplayer the day I want it.
Yep. You don't want that.
You know, I was more upset by the campaign bugs. Let's just go straight into Master Chief, shall we? You
Well, that's
reviewed it for us.
You don't like multiplayer, that's why.
I like Halo multiplayer. That's why I'm max rank on Halo 4. And like Brigadier General 3 or something on Reach. I've played a lot of them.
Yeah.
I just don't like, I don't know, I can't play a lot of competitive multiplayer in a single stretch. I'm either with somebody chatting shit and then I'm doing badly, or I'm on my own doing well and not having any fun because I'm not doing anything.
That's how I play now. I used to just play like Black Ops 1 on my own and like just destroy people on it, but now the only time I play multiplayer is if I'm talking to somebody.
Yeah. I do play Dragon Age multiplayer though, quite a lot. Single player, or solo, i.e. not in a party with anyone. But we'll get to that later, I guess.
Well, that's not competitive multiplayer, that's co-op, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it is, but like Mass Effect, I'm going to win. I'm going to be at the top of each scoreboard every game. That's like all I care about, is getting more medals than everyone else.
Yeah.
It's that kind of game. But, we can get to that later. I mean, you reviewed Halo for us. What did you think about it?
Apart from the bugs, it's still Halo, and it's still really, really good. I mean, I didn't necessarily enjoy Halo 1, but Halo 2 I thought was amazing.
Yeah. Well, that was my favourite before 4. I think we've discussed it on here before. Like,
yeah.
People give that game so much shit, which I don't think it deserves. But, yeah, going back and seeing that was pretty good.
Yeah, I think it was fun to go back and play through Halo 3, even though I've played it so many times.
Yeah, we did that in like one evening, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we did half of it Legendary.
Yeah, God, that was painful. That's the easiest Halo game as well, I think.
Yeah.
Like, people say 4's easy, but there's Promethean Knights, they dart around.
Yeah, I remember dying quite a lot, even on normal in Halo 4. In the few games we could play before, either one of us would lag or the other would like drop to like 2 frames a second.
Oh, it's such a mess. Like, that's the thing. It's not just the matchmaking that's broken. It's like the entire game is fucked on every single level at some point.
Yeah.
Like, I had cutscenes load in Halo 4 with just no lighting or shadows or anything. Like, just washed out textures that you're never meant to see. And like people who have like really just like legs that are one color sort of thing that should be off camera and stuff. I got this weird error where the entire screen was black and I had untracked build error written in the corner in tiny red font.
Gotta have that debugging there when you program your games.
I had all the images on the main screen when you're selecting campaigns were all really staticky, as if it was like some analog signal that had been lost. That was the weirdest one. I couldn't work out that. But,
you lost connection to the Azure servers.
Oh, and it fucking crashes something awful. Like, if we play for like 5 hours in the evening, it will crash like at least twice for both of us.
Yeah, just to get into a co-op or a lobby, like you have to dashboard and quit out of the game, and then the other person has to do it.
Yeah, it's really disappointing.
Oh, it's a mess. I hope they fix it.
And the multiplayer progression is kind of... I don't know how they would do it. I don't know how you'd make it better, but it's kind of a bit boring at the minute. Like, you unlock these avatar pictures you can't see.
Something I didn't mention in the review is that the ranking system is absolutely shit in it anyway. The only playlist or multiplayer playlist you could be ranked in is the Halo 2 anniversary playlist.
Yeah, well,
So
all the
like,
armor's already unlocked, isn't it, for Halo 4?
yeah, but
And
like
3 as well.
if you want to play just Halo 3, you don't earn any rank for it, and they're going to add it in later.
Oh, they're
It's
going to
really
patch it
dumb.
in.
It's so dumb.
That's what?
Rather than have like one unified like ranking system you get for playing on any game or version, it's just no, they're separate per game.
Yeah, well, I guess it makes some sense, doesn't it? Because Halo 3 was like, it was that skill-based ranking, whereas Halo 4 and Halo Reach were all like just XP.
They could just implement the Halo 3 into how to use XP then.
I agree. I think they should just be like this overarching your profile as level, whatever. But
Yeah, it's
yeah,
really dumb.
it's really dumb when you consider this is Microsoft's one franchise that is pretty universally liked in terms of like Forza's a racing game, so I don't really count that because whatever, it's a racing game. But like when you look at what Microsoft has, I think Sunset Overdrive is shit. What else do they have? They have Halo, and they can't even do that right.
It's funny that like Halo's the series that like revolutionized FPS on consoles and gave birth to Xbox Live, and yet it doesn't work at all.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like we were having those frame rate issues on. I think we had them on other Halos as well, but it was really on Halo 4 when it was like we'd be 5 to 10 minutes into a match, or a campaign mission, sorry. We'd be fine, and then it would just hit like 12 frames a second or something for no reason for like the rest of that match.
I noticed the lag was like even maps that we weren't lagging on, so we could actually play through. Like playing Halo 4 on the 360, you were always the host in it because my connection's not great, and I would have like a little bit of lag. But in this, it was a lot more noticeable.
Yeah, it was bad on Halo 1 Anniversary on the 360 as well. You would have like the entire game lock up for maybe 2 or 3 seconds every time there's an area load, which was not great, but you could almost understand because of what it was doing, you know, on the old console or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Freezes
like
every floor of the library.
oh, it's fucking horrendous. And the loading screens, oh my god, they're so long.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, just those. I think it was Halo 2 was the worst, wasn't it? It was like just 30 seconds to a minute of load.
Yeah, but I think part of that was the cutscenes, because as soon as they finished the cutscene, it just went straight into the game, didn't it?
Yeah.
For the most part.
I do like how they handle the Halo channel, though. Like, it's this app outside the game. Whenever you get a terminal or anything like that, it launches into it.
Yeah, it works great when it actually works and gives you, like, the terminal video or the achievement, even though you get it in
the
game.
fucking achievements. That game's fucked on many levels. Have you watched any of Halo Nightfall yet?
No, I keep meaning to get around to it, but I just haven't.
Well, it's only like 20 minutes long, so you probably should. I think the second episode's out. I haven't watched it, though. But I've seen the first one, and I didn't think much of it.
Thing is, I don't care about Locke.
No, he's not great. Neither are the people in his squad. In fact, there's nothing like really good about Nightfall, I thought.
I read somewhere that isn't Locke, they've retconned that Locke was a former Spartan, and then they took away his augmentations, and now he's a Spartan again.
Really? I haven't read that.
There
is a former Spartan in Nightfall, but it's not Locke.
Maybe that's who I'm thinking of, but like the whole point of being a Spartan is that your body gets like augmentally enhanced. So for them to take it away, they would practically have to take away your body.
Yeah, your bone structure. I don't know. I haven't read a great deal into it, but there's that guy called Randall. His name is like he's an asshole basically, but he's in the Nightfall, and I was looking him up because I thought this guy looks huge, and there's a Spartan called Randall in one of the books, and I don't know if it's actually canonical, but definitely on the Wikipedia page there was like a link to that guy, and I thought he was meant to be like disfigured and ran away from society because the bone structure thing had screwed him up. So
is he a former Spartan too?
Assuming that the Wikipedia page was right and they are indeed the same person, then yeah. And this dude is huge, so it would make sense. But he's meant to be like disfigured and like hands growing out the wrong angle. But weird.
It's like all the Spartans the Spartan ones, like all of them are dead, aren't they?
Spartan ones. I don't know a lot about them. I think Johnson was a Spartan one, wasn't he?
Well, he's dead. Spoilers for Halo 3. But it's like Halo 2 was the Spartans cost a lot to produce, but they were like the best of the best.
Yeah,
and then
until they all died.
The Spartan 3s were like made in a hurry to like, and they were really cheap to make, and they weren't as effective as the Spartan 2s, and they had like
Oh,
There's
they're cool.
augmentations, and then now the Spartan 4s, I read that they're just slightly better than ODSTs in terms of performance.
Spartan 4s? No, they're way cooler. Don't bring them down to that ODST level.
ODSTs are pretty good. Don't know if you noticed.
Oh, I don't know. Have you watched the there's a scene with an ODST team in it's like a bonus scene in the Halo 2. I think you have to access it through the Halo channel. You know in that mission when you go down to Earth and Johnson's in the two Pelicans, riding towards the Scarab.
Yeah.
You know one of the Pelicans gets shot down.
Yes.
It's like maybe a 5-minute clip, but it's the story of that Pelican. It's really cool.
That sounds pretty cool. I'll have to check
It's
it out.
done with the blur animation as well, so it looks awesome.
Yeah.
It's you should check that out, definitely. There's also bonus scenes in Nightfall as well. You unlock them as it's really weird. They kind of pop up in the middle of watching the show. So it'll be like 5 minutes in, you'll get this like data file, which is like a 2-minute clip of somebody talking into a camera or something.
Yeah.
It's pretty weird, but one of them is really good. One of them kind of like redeemed me on the idea of it.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, they are worth watching. But don't miss those bonus files, because I think there's 3. They're good.
So, what have you been up to?
This, the last 4 days has been a haze. Basically, I've managed to cram almost 80 hours of it will be more than 80 hours of Dragon Age into my life in 4-5 days or something. So I have completed Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm working on the review now.
Yeah.
So that should be up pretty soon. That game is awesome.
It sounds awesome. I've heard a lot of good things about it.
I don't... it introduces a lot of... It's not hand-holdy, but all the stuff's there for you to read. So unless you're prepared to read a lot of text about things like the Chantry and the Mages and why everything is in the way it is,
yeah,
then you should probably just play the entire series. Because they're all good in their own way.
I read that it's not as in-depth as, say, Origins.
People like to hold Origins up as this, thing that was great. You know, like Mass Effect 1 kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where you go on the Bioware forums and everyone's like, oh, Mass Effect 1 was the best and it did everything right. And it's just, yeah, well, it was new then. And your memories of it 4 years ago, when you were probably 12 or something, was that everything was great. I don't know. I think Origins is fun, but at some point you have to go and see everything in Origins. You can't not do the game that way.
Yeah.
Whereas in this, it's you could just not visit. I don't know. You probably have to visit most locations. You could just not visit a third of the entire territories, and all the territories are bigger than any the entire landmass of Origins or anything.
That's
so
pretty
there's just
cool.
so much of it.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of main story though, but it's weird because in a way everything's main story because you eventually become the Inquisitor of this Inquisition, and you're trying to stop demons coming through, and there's a lot happening in it basically.
Mm-hmm.
But you only do the quote unquote main story missions maybe once every 10 hours or something. But everyone you meet is concerned about the plot of the main story. So it's not like you're going off to help some dude find artifacts and he doesn't know what's happening. It's not like Mass Effect 3 where half of the side missions were not relevant to the Reapers.
Yeah.
This is everything's tied in really well. It's all very political. I went ballroom dancing for 3 to 4 hours. It was great. Great.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it just it feels like the game that they've wanted to make. Because you see a lot of the concepts, some of the stuff in Awakening, which is the add-on expansion, the DLC anyway, for the original game, was you were basically in control of this keep, and you were sitting in judgment, and you'd have these moments where people would come in, you'd have to judge them and deal with politics that way. And then that's kind of back, but beefed up in this game. So you have you're obviously the Inquisitor, so you have to judge your captured enemies and stuff. Some of them are directly related to the story. Some of them are just side characters.
Yeah.
You get to customize your shit, set new windows, have new drapes. There's some more. They're kind of there's maybe I don't know, 12 different types of glass or something you can have, and it'll be stained glass, so it's very ornate. Or you can have I don't know, 15 different types of thrones and stuff. A lot of stuff like that. But you can also there's also these missions to get the Watchtower upgrade. And you can upgrade it on either way. You can have it like a mage tower and it'll be full of mages practicing magic and shit, or you can have it with Templars and you'll have all the Templars there. There's a lot of really cool stuff in the hold. But
That sounds
it's just so fucking good. So much dialogue. You're just talking for ages. There's loads of politics. I've only played as a human though. I can't bring myself to play as anyone else.
Yeah.
Like you can play as elves, dwarves, Kunari, but yeah, it's just never right. I have to play as. Well, you get a surname, so they will call you by your surname, which is really cool. So everyone shouts Trevelyan at me,
Yeah.
which is like an awesome name because you're from Ostrich or something. You're a noble if you're a human. It's great. It's great. I am the chosen one.
I will get around to playing that series
You
someday.
need to. It's so fucking good. It's good. I've heard a lot of people don't like some of the characters. Like, you've got a lot of. I don't want to stereotype anyone, but if you go on the Bioware forums, there's a lot of people whinging about like the male romance options are poor.
Yeah.
And I was browsing Tumblr as I tend to do
Oh god.
occasionally, and it was like some women or whatever, and they were talking about how they wanted to play as men because they thought that male romance options were way cooler. So it's pretty interesting, like the way that romance
Weird.
system works and stuff. The characters are very unique. There's not like sort of stereotypes, I guess.
Yeah. People got really like pissed off when they said, "Oh yeah, there's this character that's gay or a lesbian, and unless you're the same gender as them, you can't be in a relationship with them."
Yeah, like
It's like that's how it works in real life. You know, if you're a woman, you're not going to go up to a gay guy and anything will happen.
I don't. It's that problem. It's like I like it when I'm locked out of choices. So I like it with stuff like that. Like there's a guy you can't romance unless you're an elf female.
Yeah.
So it's really cool that his story will only go in that direction if you're playing that kind of character.
I like
I
it.
think that's awesome. Like I don't like the. It's the same with like missions choices, isn't it? Like you choose to go help the Templars, you're not going to get the help of the mages. I don't want to do everything because then it feels like Skyrim or something where you're master of all these guilds and
Yeah.
there's nothing you can't do, sort of thing.
That was a real problem in Skyrim that I didn't like, and so I played through Skyrim once and did everything you could, and then the second time I played through on PC, because the first time was on the 360, I just made a character, came up with a backstory for him, and only focused on like one guild, so I wasn't like, this Dark Brotherhood member that goes around killing people,
Yeah.
and then I was a member of the Companions protecting people.
Oh, the companions sucked. Like they were the spoilers for Skyrim, which is like 4 years old or something. They were the werewolf people, weren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking terrible. The mage storyline was awful as well. Like, if ever you're going to give me the quest, go into these ruins and find this scroll, I'm probably going to kill myself. Like, there's nothing interesting about that.
Yeah.
But the fucking game, dude, you have to play it.
I
There's
will
French
play it
people.
eventually.
There's like half of all the places you visit are French because you're in Olay, which is like the French is.
You're the only one here that has like a major French fetish right now.
Oh, that's like the whole masquerade scene was all with all Elysian people, so they're all kind of French. It was like, I was in my element. It was great.
Did they actually sound French, or was it like the Ubisoft thing where these people are from Chicago but they've got Canadian accents?
No, they sounded French. Like
that's pretty cool.
But like you've got, I can't remember all the exact places, but I think like Navarra is like Spain or something. So you've got people that kind of sound like they're not speaking Spanish, but they have that like dialect to them. You have people from Antiva, and I think Antiva might be the one that sounds like Italy. I can't remember, but they're all very distinct. Like the voice acting is amazing. I think some of the worst voice acting is in like the opening 2 scenes or whatever. But I wonder if that's just because like it's really the opening starts quite tragically, so I wonder if it's like I don't know, just the performance wasn't great or something.
I think I've seen the opening for it. Is it when you're in chains?
Yeah, it's not great. Like that is the worst performance, I guess, in the entire game. I think that I've seen anyway.
I've only seen a little bit of that scene. I haven't actually watched it all.
I thought it was bad the first time I watched it through, and then when you go and play the rest of the game, it's like they just become so much better. Like the way it captures emotion in their faces and stuff is really quite impressive at times.
Yeah.
And the fucking lighting, man. Oh.
You're really into lighting in video games.
It sets the scene, doesn't it? It sets the tone. So when it's done well, it really shows. But I think that game's good. There are a few things it's like small things, like I wish I could just loot these 3 things at once. Even though the loot takes like 2 seconds maybe. The animation's really quick.
Yeah, I've not really heard major complaints about the game. Like, I've heard the rating like 8 out of 10 thrown around there, but I've never actually seen a definitive reason why people say it's an 8 out of 10.
I haven't read anyone else's reviews on it. I saw GameSpot gave it like a 9 or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've like been in one on my own these last few days.
I assume
Barely
because
looked at.
it's not as in-depth as Origins, that's what people are saying. Oh, it's only 8 out of 10 because of that.
I don't think Origins is that great.
Mm.
Origins doesn't have any character voice acting, so like your man is mute throughout. Or woman.
That's pretty much... Yeah, that's what I think people just have like a major fetish over that. It's like Half-Life 2, oh, your character's a mute. Isn't he so cool?
Fucking Link is still mute. What is that about?
Link is not a mute. He says, yeah, and hey.
Yeah, great. Really. Like, you can get 4 different voice actors for your main character in Inquisition. You can have American man, American woman, or British man, British woman.
Yeah.
I can't have the American man. I've tried, and he just sounds like he's fucking, I don't know, slurping over his own tongue or something. It's not great. The American woman's good though.
What's it with Nintendo and not giving voices for like their characters?
I don't know. I guess
it's like Link. I think Kid Icarus has voice acting, doesn't it?
Yeah, Pit. I think.
Yeah.
That's the dude, isn't it? He definitely does in Smash Brothers anyway. Yeah, but
like Peach has a voice, and then I guess Mario does, but it's only like certain phrases.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know, because you can't give them voices, can you? Because some fans are going to hate it because that's what fans do.
I guess, but Mario and Luigi both say like their name, so surely
like
they can
Pokemon
speak.
Then.
Oh, you reminded me of Pokemon.
That's out tomorrow, is it over here?
Yeah, it comes out in Europe on Friday the 28th, and my Amazon order says it will arrive on the 29th, so I'm going to get it a day late, and that's really upsetting.
My Smash Brothers order, another Nintendo hot release coming out tomorrow in the UK, is also meant to be out tomorrow. My Amazon order says it's going to be here tomorrow. Has not yet been dispatched. So, I'm doubtful.
Yeah.
But
are you going to review Smash?
Yeah, I intend to. It'll be weird though. I'll have to do some research, I think.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to review Pokemon since I want to do a Nuzlocke style run in it.
You're not going to do that. You're not going to do it.
I've played Regeneration 3 so many times that I want a challenge, but the trouble is they've made changes to the XP share since I think it was maybe Black and White 2 or maybe just X and Y, where instead of giving it to one Pokemon and they share the XP is shared throughout the team. So like the problem in Nuzlocke runs is because you can only catch one Pokemon per route. The first Pokemon you see in that route, if you make it faint, it's counted as dead, and you can't catch any more Pokemon in that route.
Sounds awful.
So you have to catch the first Pokemon you see in every route. But then if like later on in the game, if all your strong Pokemon die, you have to go back to the box, and you've only got limited Pokemon, really low levels, and you have to grind them back up to the higher levels, which is always a problem. But then the XP share kind of neutralizes that problem, but now you just over-level everything, and you just blitz through it.
I think you should limit yourself, but I think you should limit yourself to like a type of Pokemon or something. Pretend you're like a rock trainer or something.
Oh, a mono run. I don't like doing them.
Oh, you should do them though. That's what I do. And then you just see the cool looking Pokemon, and then it goes out the window like an hour in or something. But I remember used to trying to do that.
Yeah.
I want to play Pokemon so bad. How about your 3DS? For like.
I want to play it so bad. I want to play it so bad that I went and got my old copy of Ruby, dug out my DS Lite, and I started doing a Nuzlocke run on that.
Can you not put GBA carts into 3DS?
No, it doesn't have a slot. So I had to dig out my DS Lite. The battery died in it, so I had to take that out, replace it with another DS Lite battery in my house, just to play Pokemon Ruby, which I have on an emulator on my PC.
You probably shouldn't admit that. That's probably wildly illegal.
Emulators are not illegal. The games are illegal. I didn't say it. I necessarily had a game of Pokemon.
Right, yeah. I can emulate on the Android apps as well on my phone.
It's illegal.
Nothing illegal about that.
You can emulate phones using Eclipse. That's illegal, Kyle.
I mean, it looks like Pokemon, but it's really just Kit Kat or something. Froyo. Oh, we're not good.
The police burst into your house and you're like emulating jelly beans.
Could you imagine explaining that in a police statement, trying to explain to them what you're on about when you're talking about jelly beans, Kit Kats and stuff? Badly.
The Android OS is named so weirdly.
The Android OS is so weird. Let's not go there.
That's a heated topic that people
hate
fight
that
you for.
Oh,
Well, you went there.
oh. There's nothing heated about it. Like, it's inferior in every way.
but
BlackBerry till I die, motherfucker.
Android fans will say fuck you Apple, and Apple fans will say fuck you Android, and then everyone says fuck you Ubuntu fans.
Well, Ubuntu deserve it. Let's be honest.
Hey, the three people that use Ubuntu phones may take offense to that.
Yeah, take your Fedora off and use a real operating system.
There's an actual Fedora OS, Ubuntu OS called Fedora.
Yeah, I know.
You should get it on your Mac.
I'm alright, thank you. I still want to get Chrome on there, but I have to install. I think I have to install Ubuntu first, and that's when I was like, nope, not going there.
But don't you already have Ubuntu? Well, I suppose you have Unix on your Mac because that's what Mac uses, isn't it?
Yeah, I haven't upgraded either. I'm still on whatever the one before Yosemite was.
Mountain Lion.
Was it Mountain Lion?
Soaring Eagle.
No, it wasn't. It was like Maverick. I'm on Maverick. They're all after like places in California now.
I thought they were
put
named after
animals.
like random. Oh, they should keep animals. I want to have
Hasn't
like
changed.
They should have like Panda Bear OS.
They were cats anyway, so I don't know why you'd get a panda bear in there.
Why were they cats? Because all Mac owners are
They were all big
pussies.
cats. Yep. Yep. He says that he's recording on his gaming PC, running Windows 7.
Oh, that was a joke. I don't have a problem with Mac.
It's really nice.
It is really nice.
Except for I had to download an app so I could snap the different windows to the corners.
That's
But it's better than the Windows 7 snapping, so whatever. Like,
Is it?
yeah, because I can snap it to the corners so I can have quadrants as well,
That's
rather
really
than just
cool.
halves.
One
Yeah, I had to pay £1 for that.
One thing I like about Ubuntu, I can't remember when we used it. It must have been sometime last year. Maybe?
Probably.
I
don't
think
remember.
I think we had to install Ubuntu onto a computer.
Oh, yeah.
Down in the bottom right, like if you're on a Windows 7 machine, there's that little square that takes you back to the desktop. You know what I mean? Well, on
That's really
Ubuntu,
nice.
there's 4 squares, and you can have 4 different desktops. That's really cool.
Is it? You can just Alt-Tab, though, in it. Like, what would be the purpose of having 4 different desktops? Just so you could, like, clutter them all with shit.
So I could have 3 with like random porn on it, and 1 that people see.
Oh, yeah, because
Really?
bookmarks are too old. Also, why you whatever, like, we're not continuing that train of thought either.
Sometimes I just
It
want.
has really nice hair. I love Smash Brothers.
You haven't even got Smash Brothers yet.
No, I haven't, but I can't wait. I don't know if we discussed this last time, but I had a dream where I woke up in a fever, like sweating, thinking about Smash Brothers.
Thinking about Link.
I don't know why. I haven't played Smash Brothers in years. But it's going to be good. It's going to be hot.
Should be good, yeah.
Should be good. Yeah. Except the Miis. I hate the Mii fighters.
That's really cool. I
They're
would.
fucking creepy. They're like, I don't know, sex dolls. And they're not like sex dolls. They've got, they're
I
the
don't know if
worst.
you've seen the Wii Fit trainer lately, but they've got that covered.
Is there a male Wii Fit trainer, or am I making that up?
Yeah, as an alternate skin.
I didn't know if that was just like some porn thing I'd seen or something. I don't, you never know, dude. Reddit is a big place. Oh, so yeah, there you go. Video games. You know, we didn't discuss the entire part where the game industry's falling apart and every game's ship's broken now. Like Assassin's Creed Unity, for example. And
I figured
Halo.
we would just save that for later.
I need to buy that game.
Which
I can't
one?
bring myself. Unity. The problem is I
God.
can't.
Do not support Ubisoft. They are scum.
Well, there's that. But also, I need to play it at some point. I just don't want to spend my own money on it. And I know I'm not going to finish it, or if I finish it, I'll hate myself for doing it.
Yeah. It's like,
So-
what have Ubisoft put out this year? They put out Watch Dogs, which was broken and crap. Assassin's Creed, which was broken.
It was not. Watch Dogs was fine. That
You
was
never
all over the
finished
place.
it.
No. I actually, in fact, uninstalled it from my hard drive not that long ago. Taking up all that room. I
Gotta
need to install
save
all
those
these Dynasty
gigabytes.
Warrior games instead. But, yeah. I don't know.
Something
Ubisoft or whatever. Just Dance 15. That's
something
probably fine.
something that I wanted to talk about was this Sunday was WWE Survivor Series.
It was indeed.
By the time this podcast goes up, I should have my write-up for it. I didn't do a pre-write-up like I did for Hell in a Cell because I've watched every Monday Night Raw since Hell in a Cell up to Survivor Series, and I still don't know the storyline for most of the matches going in. So it's like not much I can really talk about there. But
That's your dropkick feature on the site, yeah?
yeah. Survivor Series was saved for me. Like, I thought it was kind of boring. Well, no, the opening match was amazing. Then it got kind of boring, and then the finale was amazing.
Who was the opening match?
So the opening match was a fatal four-way tag match between Goldust and Stardust, which were the champions.
Oh, it's got to be good.
Usos.
Oh.
Yeah, that was my reaction. Los Matadores, for some reason,
All right.
they were in there.
Why not?
And Miz plus Mizdow.
Sure.
And it was like, it was amazing. Do you mind? There was like decent wrestling in there, but the finish was like some crazy like four-man top rope spots.
But I don't even know what that is.
It was like a superplex powerbomb sort of thing.
Oh yeah,
Like an
yeah,
angle slam.
sure.
And
I know what half that is.
in the end, like the Miz tags himself in to go get the pin, and then Mizdow tags himself off Miz, goes in, gets the pin, and wins the tag belts. And so and then the Miz grabs both tag belts and starts screaming that he won.
Sure.
And he starts celebrating with the tag titles on like the top rope, and everyone boos him. And then Mizdow raises his hands, and everybody cheers for him. And then the Monday Night Raw afterwards, the Miz came down holding both titles, and Mizdow came out with 2 replica toy titles in his hands.
Nice. Nice.
It was the best thing ever.
So
But,
what was the last match then?
The finale was like 40 minutes long. It was Team Cena versus Team Authority.
Oh yeah.
Like, a lot of bullshit happened during the match. Like Ryback, who's like this big guy that he is literally the big guy. They've been trying to recruit him for either of their teams, and towards the end,
Is he the guy that looks like a guy from Bear Force 1? Like slightly
Yes.
beardy? Yeah. Alright,
Yes.
yeah. I was
Yeah,
thinking between him and Big Show, but he's the bald fellow, isn't he?
well, the Big Show turned on Team Cena and like knocked out Cena, so Cena was eliminated, and then the Big Show walked out, so he was eliminated.
Right.
Ryback was like the first person eliminated on Team Cena, despite them making a big deal about him being recruited to Team Cena. But
Right.
in the end, you would love this. It was Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins, Kane, and Luke Harper, I think.
Right. Actually, I did see some of this on Twitter, actually. I got really excited.
He gets it down to just him and Seth Rollins, and like he hits his finisher, goes to pin Seth, and then Triple H drags out the ref and knocks him out. and then the rest of Team Authority come in and attack Ziggler, and then Ziggler comes back, knocks out Seth again. Another ref comes down, Triple H knocks him out. Then he pedigrees Ziggler, calls down a third ref to go and count the pin, so Seth beats Ziggler. And then out of nowhere, Sting's music hits, and he walks
Oh,
through,
yeah.
and he attacks Triple H, and then Ziggler gets the win.
It sounds like the best match, except the part where Triple H is not alongside Sting.
I
Kind of disappointing.
I never watched Sting, like, up until his WWE signing. I'd never heard of him. Like, I knew he was in TNA.
Oh,
I
I've got
knew-
action figures still.
I knew he was in WCW, but I didn't know anything about him. But as soon as his music hit, like, also I knew he would be there. Like, I'd read the dirt sheets that he was going to be there. But even still, I was freaking out and just, like, ecstatic at seeing him.
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
pretty insane.
I don't really know anything about him, but I was still really hyped over it.
Was he, like, good in the ring? Or was he really old? Was he like The Undertaker when he was just staggering around? Or was this guy actually, active?
Again, I don't know. Like, I wasn't around for WCW, like the Attitude Era sort of thing, so I never saw anything of him. And I don't watch TNA, which he was in a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But
I should probably go and watch that. That sounds exciting.
the Undertaker isn't like. To be fair, I probably freaked out more about Mizdow winning the title than I did about Sting being there. But yeah, the Undertaker isn't like that bad. I think his WrestleMania match was bad because he got a concussion like 5 minutes in from Brock Lesnar's one of his suplexes.
Yeah.
He was like out of it. And then I think the last match he had before that was like with Daniel Bryan and Kane against the Shields, like a year before that WrestleMania match.
Yeah. He's not been back, has he, since WrestleMania, has he?
No, he's retired now, I think.
Like, properly, or just till the WWE needs more subscribers again?
I don't know. He said that he would be back if they had something for him, but really the only thing they had for him was WrestleMania because of the whole streak thing.
When they need to get rid of Lesnar, which they will need to do one day, soon
Well,
probably, they will drag him out and have him like beat revenge into him or something.
if Roman Reigns hadn't been injured, he would be the one to win the Royal Rumble and face Lesnar at Mania 31 and win the world title from Lesnar.
He's fucking boring though, Roman.
He really is.
Like,
I hate
say
him.
what you will about Cena, at least he's got something.
Yeah, but
He's a nice person. Like,
yeah.
he really wanted to do those rap songs really badly.
They're not even in WWE 2K15.
I know they are. Fucking dumbest thing, isn't it?
Yeah. But
You gonna pick that game up?
no, I'm gonna wait for it to go on cheap. It's like I'm not interested in it anymore.
I know, same. I was gonna pick it up if you picked it up, just out of impulse, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's like I'm not gonna buy it myself.
Even like
Play it alone.
I've been watching a stream of the My Career mode where these two people take it in turns to play My Career through SharePlay on PS4, and it's just so boring looking. It's like here's a generic match for you to have once like every month in the storyline.
Yeah. Maybe it'll take a couple of years. I mean, it's the same in all sports games, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
you see it in like FIFA every year, like fucking redone the tackling system, or they'll implement this like manager shit one year and then do it better the next.
Yeah.
I guess it's when you've only got a year to make a game. I don't know. You can't do huge things, can you?
Yeah. I guess. But just to close out the wrestling little talk here, CM Punk, who left the WWE back in January, just walked out, was on a podcast with his friend Colt Cabana. I haven't listened to it, but like during class today, I was just reading the notes of what he said in there. He talked about why he left WWE, and basically he was practically dying towards the end before he left.
He looked like it.
Like, he had a I can't remember what it's called. It's called like a staph, I think it is, like on the back of his head.
I have no idea.
It's like this big. Basically, he would have died from it, and the WWE medical team basically misdiagnosed him. I don't know if it was on purpose or not.
That seems unlikely. They're normally pretty good with like stopping wrestlers from killing themselves, aren't they?
Well, the heads. He went into detail about it as well. You'd have to read it to understand. But yeah, he was practically dying from it until he like decided to walk out and go to an actual doctor who said, "Yeah, you would have been dead weeks ago, or you should have been dead weeks ago because of this."
It's pretty awful.
But yeah, it was really interesting to read actually.
So you don't think he'll be back anytime soon, then?
He clearly said that him and WWE will never have a working relationship ever again.
Yeah, we'll see. They have a lot of money.
Either way, I would have liked for him to come back because I just only started to get back into wrestling back in April, and he left in January. So I just watched all his old stuff, like the pipe bomb incident and his reign as like champion. It was really good.
There was a pipe bomb incident? Is that a storyline thing?
Basically, he came out, and it wasn't an actual pipe bomb. He like came out with the microphone and said that the microphone was like a pipe bomb, and he basically gave like a worked shoot on the WWE and how it works and how bullshit it is that Cena's always promoted and stuff, and they made a big incident about it, and it got like worldwide notoriety about it, and
Alright.
brought
So this
tons
was
of
not
people
like on script then?
It was a worked shoot, as in they said, yeah, go out and air your grievances on live, but you can't really talk about certain things.
Yeah. That's kind of shooting themselves in the foot there, aren't they, a little bit?
I guess, but it worked for them. They got tons of people to check out WWE, and it was like starting to pick up again.
I guess they should just go full deathmatch style. I want to see people getting like
Oh God!
razored on stage. No, it's not even that. It's like having your head wrapped around barbed wire. Like,
I've seen people go at each other with like head
I don't want
trimmers
that.
and stuff.
I don't want that. No.
I don't want to see Dean Ambrose go back to his deathmatch days.
Dolph Ziggler is perfect. His hair shouldn't be damaged. Never. I mean, you could like go at the Usos or something with hedge trimmers if you wanted. I wouldn't object necessarily. I also wouldn't watch it, but
I would happily see someone go with a hedge trimmer at Roman Reigns.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's the problem with wrestling, isn't it? Like having these people have these dramatic storylines where like dramatic shit's meant to happen. It's like the same people every week, so you can't do anything too insane 'cause it's never going to have that much meaning.
Yeah. Well, they tried to do that with Hell in a Cell with Ambrose and Rollins, when it was basically just like they started at the top of the cell and had like a brawl like 10 minutes before they fell off into tables.
That was pretty good, except the part where you saw like Seth Rollins like hurl himself from the side of the cage.
Yeah.
Like everything aside from that was great, but like the kendo stick scene on the top was good.
Yeah.
But
They Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose had a match at Survivor Series, and it was kind of the same, where they just spent like 10 minutes beating or punching each other. It was kind of cool.
yeah, the punching looks so bad though. Like I don't know, the punching rarely looks good, does it? Like even when they shake the camera to make it look as if it has impact somehow.
Yeah.
Like it never looks. I get you can't have just finishes, I guess, but that's why you're there, isn't it? It's the finishes and the really bad story. That's actually great. They need to anime up wrestling. They all need to have long hair again, but feather it out or something.
Oh god. So someone comes down in like bright green hair.
Sorry, I'm being distracted. I keep getting texts. It's very unprofessional.
That's fine. I think we're running a bit late anyway.
Oh, we are. We are. So let's finish on a high energy note. You're going to play Pokemon?
I'm going to play the hell out of Pokemon.
You're going to write something about Survivor Series?
Yep.
I'm going to write that review about Dragon Age one day.
One day.
I don't know how to do it. Like, it could go really badly. If I'm not really restrained about it, I'm just going to end up writing fucking pages on it. Nobody wants. So, that should be soon. This can go up. Oh, I've been checking out Massive Chalice, which is an early access game. It's kind of like XCOM, but
Never heard of it.
you have like kids. Like it's all about breeding the right heroes and stuff.
Oh god.
It's pretty cool. I'm not. I don't think I'll review it because I don't really have time. But we might check that out in a video or something.
For you to say breeding kids in the same sentence, that's wrong.
Yeah, breeding kids. You know, it's cool though. It is cool. It's from Double Fine. You know the fucking Tim Schafer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we might check that out.
Alright.
I'll do Smash Brothers. At some point, I'll check out one of the 3 games that came out last week, like WWE, GTA, or AC Unity.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any illusions of ever playing Rogue, even though I think that looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been weird. Like we haven't had that much content up recently because we've both been super busy with other stuff. But we'll get back on that. This has been our biggest month in terms of hits.
Awesome.
Which is like one of our least in terms of actual content. Oh, I bought the Destiny expansion pass, so now for Defo, I'm going to play all the Destiny DLC, or at least the two that they've announced. So
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
They've added 3 new story missions. That's like an hour of content.
I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
£35 for the 2 DLC. Oh, such a bummer. Don't play that game. Don't buy that game.
Never will.
Don't go near that game. I just got a new mount, but whatever. Don't play that game.
Is it the same bike that you have, just slightly different colours?
Yes. In fact, it's horrible. It's orange and blue, but you can hold down the right trigger and do flips in it. There's a hot GIF.
Oh, I saw the
post I made the other day.
I saw the video on it. Yeah.
So go watch that. I think we're out.
Auf Wiedersehen.
We're out.